So when I speak to people and I explain to them that I work with fungi, what they think is, oh, cool, you cultivate mushroom. But in reality, what I'm looking at, it's more like this. This is an imprint of an 8-year-old boy that went outside play and then went home and put his hand on a petri dish, and this is what grew after 48 hours. These are yeast and mold that are everywhere. They're in the park, they grow on the trees and in the soil. They reproduce themselves in pigeon poop, and they grow on us. So we can use them to our advantage, for example, to make bread, wine, and beer, but also we can save life making antibiotics from them. Sometimes something went wrong, like for example, during the witch trial. People start hallucinating because they were eating a bread that was contaminated with a fungus called Fusarium, and is the base of the modern LSD. But in modern times, we can have a superficial infection, like kids that use too much the pacifier, they can develop an oral rash, or we can have a toenail infection. They're curable, but it took a very long time to treat them. The problem is when somebody cannot fight the infection, like HIV patient or cancer patient. In this kind of population, the fungus can spread all over the body and reach the brain and the lung. Every year, 300 million people are diagnosed with a deep fungal infection, and 2.5 million people die. One of the examples, Freddie Mercury. He got AIDS and then he died because of a fungal pneumonia. The treatment options are not really good. We have only 3 kinds of antifungal drugs. One is amphotericin B, is an injectable, is very difficult to use, and is killing the fungus, but is destroying your kidney in the process. Fluconazole is a tablet, it's much easier to use and is not as dangerous, but is not really killing the fungus, is only keeping at bay. And the last drug put in the market was caspofungin over 20 years ago, and is an injectable and is not used for all kinds of fungi. It's only working in one species. So there is an extreme need of a new antifungal drugs. And this is what I'm trying to find. I analyzed over 500 compounds that were made in our chemistry department to see if they were able to kill the most common fungi. And I found out that 20 of them were really good in killing the fungus. And so I tested them on human cells to see if they were toxic for us. And what I discovered are these 3 compounds that were really powerful, but really not toxic for the human cell. And then I tested them in reality on a mouse that was infected with the fungus to see if they were able to save them. And what I found, the drug on your right was able to save 60% of the mouse infected. The one on the left was able to save 80%, and the one in the middle saved all of the mice, compared to fluconazole that only saved 30%. So I'm hoping that in the next 5 years, we're going to have a new drug in the market. Thank you.